Hello and welcome back to our playlist on sentiment analysis using natural language processing. In the previous video, we looked at TF-IDF and polarity and subjectivity. And in this video, we'll be actually using logistic regression to train our model, and we'll be performing some predictions on our data set. So let's begin with logistic regression. Logistic regression will basically help us in classifying the reviews as positive or negative. So we need to import the SGD classifier from sklearn for this. Now we'll be using this SGD classifier to make predictions on our model. So in this SGD classifier, our loss function is log or logistic regression and the penalty is none. Now we'll be fitting this classifier on our testing and training data. So we'll use clf.fit for that. And we'll be passing the train data and the train labels as the argument. So once this is done, we need to get predictions on our training and testing data that we had previously split. So to do that, we'll use the clf.predict function. We'll be making predictions on both the training as well as the testing data. So these are our two variables, predictions train and predictions test, and we have predicted the labels for both our training as well as testing data using the clf.predict functions. Now the next step is that we also want to find the training and the testing error that we might have encountered while predicting these values. So let's do that. So here we have calculated our training and testing errors with the help of numpy.sum function. Now we want to print these training errors. So for that we'll use the print function and we'll print the training error, which will be the training error divided by the length of the train labels. And similarly, to print the testing errors, we have to divide the testing errors by the length of test labels. So we can see that our training error is as small as 0.014 and our testing error is 0.18, which is also pretty small. So our model has been trained, and let us move ahead by finding out the highly positive and highly negative words from our list of sentences. So to find out the highly positive or highly negative words, we first need to sort the array that contains the values assigned to it in an ascending order. So we'll be sorting it based on the values that have been given to it by the vectorizer function, and we'll be storing this sorted array in a variable called indices. So for the negative indices, we'll be taking the first 50 values, and for the positive indices, we'll be taking the last 50 values. When we print these highly positive and highly negative words, we get a list of 50 words that are the most positive and the most negative based on the values. Now, with the help of these words, we can create a word cloud for a better visual impact. So for that, we need to import the module word cloud. Now first let us create the word cloud for highly negative words. So we have used this word cloud module where we have specified the background color as white, the color map is dark 2, and the maximum font size which will be used for the value with the most highly negative index. So the font size for that word will be 150, which will be maximum, and the random state is 42. So now let us actually plot this word map, word cloud. So we have imported the matplotlib.py plot library that will help us to plot this word cloud. Now using wc.generate, we can generate the word cloud. So once this is done, we use the plt.imshow function to plot this word cloud. And we use the bilinear interpolation for it. The plt.show function will actually print the word cloud. So as you can see, we have our word cloud for all the negative words or the highly negative words, with the font size of the most highly negative word as the highest, and the font size of some other words that may not be as strongly negative is smaller. Now similarly, we can have a word cloud for the highly positive words by just changing the argument. Instead of negative index, we make it positive index. So here, in the similar way, we have a word cloud for all the highly positive words, where the font size of the most highly positive word is the highest. So now we have come to the last part of our project, that is making the actual predictions on some words or some sentences that are out of this data set. So let's try adding our own sentences and making predictions on that. So we'll use the print function, and using clf.predict, I will add a sentence like, it's a bad movie. Now as you can see that the output of this sentence is 0, which means that this sentence is a negative review or a negative sentence. Similarly, I can add another sentence that says, it was amazing. And the index here will be 1, which shows us that this is a positive review. So in this way, we can make predictions and find out if a review is positive or negative. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.